Hey guys, it's Mackenzie. Welcome back to my channel. So my mom and I are here outside the Family Thrift Center outlet. Today is Thursday. It is later in the day, 4 p.m. We didn't quite make it out this morning, and so we're going to go in, see what we can find. Everything in the store will be $2.25 per item. It is their new inventory day, so hopefully we can find some exciting pieces. Okay guys, here we are inside the store. So I did actually misspeak in the intro. Every item in the store is $2.50 each. So just keep that in mind as we move along. I start off in the dress aisle and I see this Zara basic navy romper. I thought it was kind of cute. I like the style of it, but it was the older tag, which I really never pick up anymore unless it's just a phenomenal kind of piece, outlier, has to have a lot going for it. This I pulled out of the rack because it felt like good quality. It was new at tags. The brand was Wasabi and Mint. It looked to be like a boutique kind of thing. It only retailed for $42, which is not a very high retail. At the bins, I may have grabbed that. It did feel like 100% cotton, which you guys know I like. This I could feel was 100% silk, and I did like all the beading. I found the tag, and it was the Parker brand, which Parker is a brand that has always sat for me in my Poshmark closet. Pretty much every piece I've ever listed has sat. And so I'm already skeptical going into thinking about getting this item, but then I see that it has a lot of missing beading, and so I do just quickly move past it after that. This is an altered state dress, which I do like selling this brand in more substantial pieces, which this dress is kind of on the fence in that regard. I do like the yellow gingham. Butter yellow has been such a trendy color this year. However, it's super summery, and it was also 100% polyester. So for those two reasons, I did go ahead and just leave it. This is Umgee, which again is a brand, more of a boutique brand that I do like to get if the item is more substantial, which that one was not, because it was just a 100% polyester short sleeve blouse. If it had been long sleeve and a linen blend, I may have considered it. This top looked kind of lagenlook in style to me with the print and the layering situation. But once again, it was cheaper materials like a polyester rayon blend maybe, which you guys know I tend to stay away from. I prefer natural materials in the clothing that I'm reselling for a variety of reasons. Next, we have this Chico's Travelers top. The Travelers line within the Chico's brand does sell really well for me. It's very practical. You can throw the pieces in your suitcase on like a work trip, take them out, and you don't have to steam or iron them. However, that piece was pretty plain, and it was also a size 0. I do like to stick to larger sizes, and I thought the cobalt blue was kind of, if it had been a white, black, or gray, I would have been more likely to get it. This Eileen Fisher 100% silk top did catch my attention because this probably retailed for around $300. Really nice piece there from Eileen Fisher. However, it did have a lot of wear to it, several pulls on the front. And with silk, unfortunately, you really just can't fix that back up and get it ready to sell. This is Chico's. It's a pair of jeggings, and I gravitated towards these because they looked brand new, and I do think they are a newer piece from Chico's. I think these would just be a great closet staple jegging. Good size, great condition. All signs are pointing to yes on these. Closet staples from Chico's do sell really well for me. This is one of my strongest bread and butter brands. Had to do the crotch check there. You always want to make sure your items are in great condition. This store does not offer returns, so I have to make sure that everything is good to go when I'm shopping here. This is an Eloquii brand top. I thought it was really cute with the sleeves. However, I just didn't see it selling for all that much, maybe like 18-ish, and I'm really trying to move towards a $30 to $35 average sale price, and so that $18 mark just does not cut it. This is a Lucky brand, size extra, extra large blouse top. Really pretty, Love the floral print. Unfortunately, this did have flaws. So this is actually an example of a piece that would not sell within that $30 to $35 price range. However, I am still willing to pick it up because Lucky Brand in plus sizes with boho prints has across the board sold very, very quickly for me without fail around $25. So if I'm confident that it will sell quickly and well, then I will still get it, even if it is not going to meet that average sale price that I'm looking for. So we're flipping through the plus size blouses now. I spot another Lucky Brand top. This one does not have the boho print, so I'm already not as excited about it as the previous one. And then I see that it has some wear, so I do leave it. This top I am excited to see. Cut Loose is a really nice Lagenlook brand. It does retail for quite a bit. This top was originally, I would say 100, maybe 150-ish retail. I love the crinkled texture to it. That is a manufactured crinkled design. I do wish this were a larger size. It's only a size small. It's definitely oversized though, but I just loved the overall look and vibe of that top, so I did put it into the cart. Across the board, I would say in Lagenlook sizes, or sorry, in Lagenlook styles, plus sizes do sell best. But I am still willing to pick up smaller sizes if they have a lot going for them, like that top with the really cool beachy textured material. So continuing on here, I see this Chico's faux suede red button-up top. This is the older tag from Chico's. However, it looks brand new, and so that kind of like overrides that it's an older piece as long as it's in excellent condition. I thought this would be really nice to get for the upcoming holiday season. That would be great for like a Christmas dinner kind of thing. Next to it, I see another Chico's Travelers top. I couldn't see the size on that. It might have been a smaller size. It also was really plain. And at the bins, I probably would get that. But for $2.50, that's a little steep for such a plain piece. This is Cynthia Rowley, which I rarely get. But this skirt did seem to have a lot of marketable factors to it. First off, it's a maxi length skirt, which automatically makes it a little bit more substantial than if it were like a mini length. It was a size extra large. I did like the boho neutral print to it. I thought this would be great to transition into fall time. You could wear like a white tank and a chambray shirt or shacket over and have a really nice kind of fall autumnal outfit, if you will. So I do add that into the cart and keep moving. I do check comps at the end of the video and show you guys what all I decide to get and what I decide to put back. This Orvis skirt I considered for a little bit, but in the end I did leave it at the bins. Again, I may grab that, but for $2.50, I just don't think it would be worth it. I don't think it would sell for all that much. Really trying to stick to that $30 to $35 price range, unless, once again, just to reiterate, I'm very, very confident that it will sell quickly for, 25 plus, which that Orvis skirt, I am just not sure of. Same for those Ann Taylor orange trouser pants. Even though they were newer tags, I was not confident that they would sell for 25 plus quickly, just because the orange color, it's kind of out there. And, Ann Taylor doesn't always command a higher price. These St. John pants, I was excited to find, even though they're pretty plain, and I think there are other categories in St. John that would sell better, but I would still have picked them up 100% if they were in excellent condition. However, they did have some issues, and so I did go ahead and leave them. More Chico's Travelers. These are really nice black pants, but once again, I just don't think that they would command that $30 to $35 mark. We have a Sigrid Olsen plus size 100% linen button-up shirt. I may have grabbed this going into summer, but On the way out, I'm going to leave it. It also did have some wear and fading to it. So this top, the brand is called Tantrums. It's a size large. It felt so high quality to me. It's a cotton linen blend. The material just felt really like breathable, but also thick and nice. And it was a size large. I love the embroidery and all of the feminine details, the beaded tassels in front, and it had a nice little trim happening. I love the color, very fall. I am going to be switching over my sourcing into fall centered items now that we are at the end and out of summertime now. So this little section here had a lot of really pretty blouses. However, nothing that I thought would sell quickly again within that higher price range. This one is the brand Solitaire, and it just didn't feel as high of quality as that darker orange top I picked up a second ago. It also did have a spot on the front. This one I thought was really pretty, but once again, the quality just didn't feel great. It was kind of thin and slightly sheer, which I was not a fan of. The embroidery didn't really look all that high quality, so I did go ahead and just move past this top. That may have been a bins grab, but even at the bins, I'm not sure. Moving along, I stumble into this Cloth and Stone, which is a brand that is sometimes sold through Anthropologie. I am incredibly picky with this brand because it does tend to sit. However, I was excited to find this piece because it's a great fall time staple. It's a heavier weight flannel, so a little bit more substantial than just like a thinner cotton kind of button up. You could definitely layer with that. I love the mixed plaid prints, like different colors to it. Really cute. It was a size large, excellent condition. This is a soft surroundings long line kimono. If this were not 100% polyester, I would definitely have grabbed it. I do like the print and the style, and then it's a longer length. However, it just felt very low quality to me. Maybe at the bins I would grab that because it was very lightweight. I'd probably pay like 75 cents at the bins, but I just did not want to get that for $2.50. Then I see this J. McLaughlin, really nice faux fur vest. It did have a 100% merino wool back, which unfortunately was very shrunken. I'm just confirming that that is a wool material that has become shrunken, and so I do leave this. Unfortunately, I totally would have grabbed that if it were in excellent condition. J. McLaughlin is a brand that does sell well for me. I think a lot of people know the name and they search it out. The Catalina cloth dresses do sell best in the J. McLaughlin brand, but I will branch out here and there. This is Eileen Fisher, a striped, pretty basic boat neck top. I do think it was a cotton linen blend. It was very basic though, very plain, and so I did leave it. Eileen Fisher does tend to sit for me, and so I am pretty picky with it as well. That fresh produce top was in a size small. I do like to stick to larger sizes in that brand, and also midi or maxi length dresses typically. This vintage button up, I thought the print was cute, but again, I just do not think that it would command that average sale price that I'm looking for. We have an older Free People short sleeve button up top. Yet again, this is just not substantial enough of a piece to go for what I'm looking for, and it also did have some wear, so I did leave that. If that were in excellent condition at the bins, once again, I may have considered getting it because it is very lightweight. Okay, this is a brand that I do like to get, Nation Ltd. I do think they have recently rebranded into Nation is just the full brand name now. I do need to double check that. I can add in their new tag here on the screen. But yeah, this is the older tag. Regardless, I do think this will sell well. This brand is also sometimes sold at Anthropologie. This is a classic heathered gray wrap top, so I will put that on my mannequin to show it how it fits well. Honestly, my biggest tip for having a piece sell better and faster is giving the buyer the best idea possible of how it will fit and how it will look like on. If I were to just flat lay that wrap top and not really show exactly how it fits, I think it would take a lot longer to sell versus having it on the mannequin and showing exactly where it hits on the hip and at the chest, and how it ties and all that, because that really gives the buyer a good idea of how it will look on. And that's really important when you are buying online. This is a Zara camo printed dress. It is, I want to say 100% linen. It's definitely a linen blend, so it is a little bit nicer quality. However, I decided to leave it. It was a mini length, and we are going out of summertime, as I have said. And so I just don't think that it would sell quickly this time of year. This is a really nice brand to pick up. I can add the tag to the screen. It's Irish wool. They do also make cashmere, nicer quality knits. But that one did feel a little bit shrunken, so I did leave it. This is an altered state, adorable, layered button-up shirt, sweater vest combo top. And I really liked this. However, it did appear to have fake tanner stains. I have recently become better at distinguishing between fake tanner and makeup. Makeup does come out, but fake tanner, I have not been able to get it out. Let me know your secrets if you have any for getting that out. But I would have really liked to get that piece. It was a size extra, extra large. And with the academia style, I do think that it would have gone for maybe $30 to $32. This is an Athleta tank, crossover front. That maybe would have been a bins grab, but not for $2.50. We have a Torrid zip-up cardigan. I like the color. However, it was only a size 1X, which is on the smaller size within the Torrid brand, and it also was an older piece, I want to say from like 2017, and I do tend to stick to, I would say, like 2022 and newer within Torrid, and I can flip that quickly, but anything older does tend to sit for me. This is a really pretty two-piece JCPenney vintage lingerie set. It's like a camisole blouse with the sheer topper overlay, and it appeared to be in excellent condition, and so I did want to get it. I was trying to hold it up to me to see if it was a mini dress length or a top length. I couldn't really tell. It does have a slit going from like under the bust to the bottom hemline, so I want to say that it's a top because of that versus a mini dress. But either way, I think it will sell well. Vintage lingerie that's in excellent condition always does pretty well. This top I'm looking up because it did feel like really nice quality, and I did like the graphic print. I'm not sure what the brand was. I think it might have been like Urban Outfitters, but it just was not substantial enough for me to grab. So this is the brand 1 September, which is an older brand sold through Anthropologie. I don't think that they still sell it. I think it's been discontinued. That was just a tank. I think it would have sat forever in my Poshmark closet. Did not have much going for it. This is a newer piece from Anthropologie, in contrast, Maeve, and it was also a plus size. So that was incredible, but it did have some condition issues, so I did leave it. So this sweatshirt is hilarious. I was fully convinced this whole time, I didn't realize until I got it home, that this is not a vintage sweater. I fully thought that this was like a really old sweater from UCLA. However, I did, when I got it home, I saw that it is from Cotton On. It has a Cotton On tag at the neck. I just didn't see it. But the look and feel of it fully convinced me that it was vintage, so I was excited about it. However, yeah, it was definitely just from Cotton On. I do still think that it will sell probably 25 to 28-ish. just because those kind of graphic sweatshirts are very trendy right now. We're seeing a lot of them at Abercrombie and Fitch, and they are selling very well. This is a St. John graphic sweater. This would have been so nice for the holidays. However, it did have some small holes. And so unfortunately I did have to leave it, but I would have loved to get that for the upcoming holiday season. This is another Chico's piece. I find a lot of Chico's at this store, and this is something that I do decide to get for several reasons. First off, it's a size 3, which is equivalent to a size extra large. It is like a perfect piece for this time of year. It's a great transitional piece, being a knit but sleeveless, so a vest. You can layer with that and, you know, have a little bit of warmth, but, you know, not be too warm. So yeah, great for fall time is what I'm trying to say. Then this is another May for Anthropologie plus size blouse. This was so pretty with the eyelet embroidery and beading details. However, it did have quite a bit of fading and some missing beading, and so I did have to leave that. I would have loved to be able to get that though. Next is an Evereve sweater. This brand definitely did have a moment where it was selling well, but I would say now it does seem to sit. And so I am going to be extremely selective with that brand moving forward, and that top was pretty plain. We have a We the Free by Free People oversized top. I do really like getting basics from Free People. They do still sell very well for me for, like, I would say $25 to $30. However, that one did have some pink staining on the front. Pretty substantial flaws. I like the look of this English Factory Academia quarter zip vest, and once again I thought this would be really nice for fall time, but I didn't know if it would sell quickly or command that price that I'm looking for. We have a fun mismatched plaid Urban Outfitters button up, but once again that probably would only go for around $20. I thought this Old Navy top was so pretty. It had all of these embroidered florals all over, and it was very sweet, but unfortunately I just do not think that it would sell for much. It probably only retailed for around 20-ish, and so the resale value is just not there. This is a Citron Santa Monica silk blouse. I was so excited to see this because I have not found this brand in forever. It does sell really well, especially the really cool novelty prints. I have sold a gorgeous peacock Citron Santa Monica printed blouse top before for, I want to say, like $60 to $80. It was a long time ago, but this top did have some issues, several pulls. I was so sad to leave it, but I just did not think that it would sell for what I was wanting with all of the flaws. The flaws were pretty noticeable. I know you can't really see them on camera, but they were definitely there. And it was also a smaller size. This brand does sell better in larger sizes. There's another pull there. So yeah, be on the lookout for that brand, Citron Santa Monica. You do want to look for larger sizes and really pretty prints. Now we have a St. John jacket. I'm checking the inner tag here to see if it is made of their Santana knit, which is a wool rayon blend. It was not, which was okay. St. John across the board retails and resells for so much, Santana knit or not, although the Santana knit material does sell the best. I did notice that this jacket was missing its zipper, and so for that reason I did leave it. It was also the older tag, and it was a very plain piece. I see this American Eagle loose knit cropped cardigan, and I really like this for myself. I like wearing the color green, and I think this will be a nice layering piece for going into fall time. It's always hot here in Houston, so having loose knits are nice because you still get that breathability kind of factor. And so I'm excited to wear this. I have already tried it on and it is so cute. So maybe I will feature that in an upcoming outfits video. Next to it, I actually found another piece that I liked for myself. And once again, I've tried this on already and it is so flattering. So I was drawn to it because I could tell it was super soft and it was a modal material, which I do love modal. So yeah, really happy to find that. I love finding closet staples. This is another Evereve sweater. I did like the oversized body, but it had some staining on the front and it was also super plain. Moving over to the dress aisle on the opposite side of the store, I stumble into this DRA mixed print jumpsuit. And I think it's so cute. I love the mixed prints, very vibrant, very boho. And I want to say that was sold at Anthropologie originally. I was not aware of that. I think I start to look it up there and I do realize that. Then I see this, is that, I couldn't read the tag. It might have been Zara. I'm not sure, but I do believe this was a wool blend and I liked the houndstooth print. I wish I could have seen what brand that was, but I'm not sure why I didn't get that. I do like the academia style. Maybe it was just H&M or something lower quality. This is Gap, a tie-dye tiered midi dress. Really cute. This was a plus size, and I do think it was a newer piece, 100% cotton, so good materials. If we were going into summertime, I would probably grab this at the bins, but going into fall time for $2.50, I will be leaving that behind today. Jumping back over to the regular clothing racks, I see this Halara cropped athletic top, which I thought would be really cute to wear with leggings. I have a hard time finding tops to pair with my athletic leggings. I don't like just wearing like sports bras, and a lot of the crop tops are too cropped, so I liked that top seemed to hit the waistline of my leggings. This vest was cute. I like the denim Western style to it. However, it didn't feel like the highest quality, so I passed on that. I would have loved to pick up this soft surrounding size 1X 100% linen blouse, but it did have quite a bit of staining, unfortunately. Cynthia Rowley printed boho top. This was cute, but it just would not command that price that I'm looking for. Same for this intro top. I did like the pink plaid and the sleeves were cute, but I just don't see that selling for more than like 18, maybe 20-ish. I thought that tie-dye sweatshirt was cute. It felt high quality. It had that like reverse fleece look going on, which you see with brands like Free People and Urban Outfitters. It said it was a 2X, which kind of threw me off because it looked to be like a size large at the most. I did end up looking it up and it wasn't anything I wanted to bring home to sell. This, on the other hand, I think is adorable. It's a vintage corduroy floral printed Looney Tunes Tweety Bird button-up shirt. Really cute. This kind of stuff sells well. Anything with like a fun novelty print, especially if it's a popular cartoon or graphic, I do end up getting it. And again, this corduroy will be great for fall time. So continuing on, I spot this graphic t-shirt that I once again like for myself. I have cowboy boots that are this exact maroon color, and I think this would be adorable with like a jean skirt and the cowboy boots for Western night when my friends and I go out. So, and it was originally sold through Urban Outfitters, so I mean it's probably retailed, I would say, for like $30 to $40, and I'm getting it for $2.50. So I always love picking up cute pieces for myself. It really helps to save money by shopping secondhand versus retail. This I think is cute. It's ODDY, which is a boutique brand. I have sold it before. The quality just did not feel great, but I did really like the cut and print to that. I just, again, it will not sell for the price I'm looking for. This was a really nice halogen, which is a Nordstrom house brand sweater. It was merino wool and cashmere, very luxurious feeling, but I just thought that the brand would hold it back. I think it would sit for a long time. If it were a higher end brand, I would definitely get this sweater with that texture and material to it. Then I spot this Pickle Girlies sweatshirt that looked really comfy, and my mom is a huge pickle girl. She loves pickles and olives, and so I put that in the cart to show her, see if she wants it. Actually, it looks like I walk it over to her and see what she thinks. And she is seemingly very excited about it. She loves comfy clothes, so I was happy to find something that she wanted to pick up for herself. Then I head back over to the rack. This was so funny. Someone was calling out their friend's name, which was Mackenzie, and the cashier was like, "Oh my gosh, is your name Mackenzie? My name is Mackenzie." And then my mom chimed in and was like, "My daughter's name is also Mackenzie." And then I popped out and said, "Yeah, that's my name." So I thought that was pretty funny, kind of wild. This is an linen blend tunic. I have sold something similar several times, but that one did have some fading, and so I did leave it. Okay guys, so we're gonna go ahead and sort my carts. I already mostly have sorted what I'm fairly confident I'm going to buy. The stack is for myself. So first off, we have this pair of Chico's pull-on straight, size 14, classic pair of dark wash pull-on jeans. These appear to be in like new condition, and they are just a closet staple dark wash jegging pant. These probably retailed for about $98, so I'll probably list them like $35. This cut loose brand I do like to pick up in larger sizes mostly, but I love the construction of this blouse. I love that it is manufactured to have a textured or crinkled design, and I like that it's like beachy, it's a high-low, so I'll add in like lagenlook, artsy, contemporary, size small, definitely oversized on that. So grabbing that. More Chico's. This is a size 2, which is medium, and I'm gonna get this. It's a faux suede red button-up blouse top because I think this will be great going into the holiday season. Could wear this with black pants or jeans for a nice Christmas dinner or any kind of holiday time event. Cloth and stone I have really slowed down on picking up just because it does seem to sit forever, but I really like this piece in particular. I like the faded look that is manufactured. This is in excellent condition. I also like the mismatched flannels, and it's a really thick flannel, so it feels very high quality. And yeah, this is a specific piece that I really like. 100% cotton, but I don't get this brand. I don't get everything in this brand. This is just an outlier kind of piece. Okay, next we have Nation Ltd, and this is a long sleeve heathered gray wrap top. This brand sells really well for me, and I'm thinking I can sell this for around $30. Remember, everything is $2.50 today, so turning that into a $22 profit after cost of goods and fees are taken out. That's a win in my book. Now we have a vintage JCPenney size small set, like nightgown, lacy lingerie set. Okay, I guess this is a top. I was thinking this might be like a mini nightgown, but I do think it's a top because it's open in front, but it does have the topper. If this didn't have both pieces, I would most likely leave it, but because it's a set, I am gonna get it. This vintage nightgown lingerie stuff sells so well for me, and this seems to be in excellent condition, so I think again I can get around $30 for this set. Really pretty. This I'm excited to find. Appears to be a vintage UCLA sweatshirt. It's embroidered, really nice, very slouchy and cozy. So I need to look up comps on this. I'm thinking around 35 for it. We have more Chico's. You guys can see Chico's is definitely one of my bread and butter brands. So this is a size 3. I would prefer this to have higher quality materials, like maybe cashmere or a wool blend. It's just cotton, acrylic, and polyester. But I am still going to get it because size 3 is extra large, and because I think this is a really nice transitional weather piece. It's like a sweater vest that you could wear going into fall time, and that is what we are about to do. So I'm gonna get that. This I think is adorable. DRA, I've never heard of this brand. Los Angeles, size extra small. I checked comps. It looks like this was sold through Anthropologie, and the mixed prints are so cute. Looks like it's in excellent condition, so definitely gonna get this. Okay, and then lastly, for what I'm picking up to resell, we have this Looney Tunes vintage size 18, 20 button-up shirt. It's almost like a shacket. I'm gonna get this because I think it has a lot going for it. It's a plus size, 18, 20. It has Tweety Bird embroidered. I think the floral corduroy is really cute. Shackets I am anticipating will be on trend once again this fall, and it's in good shape. Okay, so the 2 pieces I'm putting back. First one is the Cynthia Rowley. I picked it up because it's a size extra large, and this brand does retail for quite a bit. It's also very soft and stretchy, so a nice material. But I checked comps and they were just really low, like around $10. So that's not gonna work. And then this top, Tantrums, I also checked comps and they were very low as well. This just feels so high quality. The embroidery is really pretty, made in India, size large. It has beaded tassels. It's like a really thick cotton. I just think this would be such a pretty, oh, it's a cotton linen blend. I don't know, I'm convincing myself to get it again. This would be such a pretty top for the fall time. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get it. It does have so much going for it. I think I can sell it based on style and material and size. And then I think I am going to get all of these for myself. Just this cute loose knit American Eagle cropped green cardigan. This basic 100% modal cross front top. Really cute. I love picking up basics. This is an Urban Outfitters graphic tee. It says Broken Hearts. I just think it's cute, like high-waisted jeans. And then lastly, this black Halara shirt to wear with leggings. I have a hard time figuring out what shirt I want to wear with my athletic leggings, and I think this would be cute. Okay guys, my mom is gonna grab this sweatshirt that I found for her. She loves pickles. She's definitely a pickle girl. Very soft and cozy. She'll love that. And then to resell, she found this really cool oversized Myra bag. You could almost wear this as, or use this as like an overnight bag. Really nice. It has the genuine calf hair accents, and it looks to be in like new condition. So this will probably sell, I would guess, like 65 at least, maybe 75. So yeah, very exciting find for her on that. And with that, we're gonna go check out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy, please feel free to leave me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys soon. Bye y'all.